The United States Food and Drug Administration promotes the judicious use of antimicrobial drugs, or what we refer to as antibiotics, in human medicine. The FDA also promotes judicious use of antibiotics, medically important antibiotics, in animal medicine. Now, medically important antibiotics are those antibiotics that are important in human medicine that we also use in veterinary medicine. Judicious use of antibiotics means that those antibiotics are only used for treatment, prevention, and control of disease under the guidance of a veterinarian. Now, on January 1st, 2017, the Veterinary Feed Directive was implemented. With this implementation, about 96% of the antibiotics that were being used in animal medicine became Veterinary Feed Directive drugs or prescription drugs, which means they were meeting the definition of judicious use. Examples of drugs that are still over the counter are injectable penicillins, tetracyclines, sulfur drugs, oral medications like neomycin, drugs that we use to treat mastitis like the intramammary tubes. All of these drugs have an over-the-counter label. On June 11th, 2023, in order to get those previous mentioned drugs, you will need to have a prescription. In order for a veterinarian to write a prescription, they have to have what is referred to as a proper veterinary client-patient relationship. A proper veterinary client-patient relationship is defined by the Oklahoma State Board of Veterinary Medical Examiners. In a sense, it's basically this. A veterinarian makes the medical judgments for an animal. He has to have sufficient knowledge about that animal, usually by examining it or having a very good idea of how that animal is taken care of on a livestock operation. For livestock producers, now's the time to, if you don't have a relation with the veterinarian, you need to get one. You need to take an inventory of the drugs that you're currently using on your operation, take that to your veterinarian, have a conversation with them about what's going to be necessary for you to continue to get those drugs. I think that for most of you that have that relationship, there'll be no problem on June 11th. For those of you who don't, you're going to need to establish a relationship with a veterinarian. If you'd like more information about over-the-counter drugs, switching to prescription drugs, just go to sunup.okstate.edu.